Once again, my name is Medas Falajimo, the team leader of Plan B Express, and you're welcome to our crypto update and then market update generally. Before I step further, I'm going to just go perhaps, one or two things, and then I quickly need to share some things with us. And this, of course, on private mentorship, we have a document that was recently sent to us. And so, of course, in private mentorship, I'm just going to go to the last bottom of it so that we can be guided properly. Actually have a segmentations, how you should look at your market as much as possible and helping yourself. So I'm just going to flip through. And of course, if you are in our community, either you're on private mentorship or be with me or whatever, you should be doing well. Why? If you can discipline yourself and take advantage of your shared, within the time, and all of that. And so you can actually get the best for yourself. Now, but quite unfortunate that sometimes a lot of us get carried away by the noise on the market and then lose out of what ought to be for us. And I just hope that we will not repeat the same thing in this market cycle. Okay, so I'm going to go now, share with us. Those of you in private mentorship, you ought to have seen the private mentorship portfolio routine. We talked about the trend following and swing reversal. We talked about trend stop and swing reversal TP. We talked about occasionals and opportunity coins. And then we talked about launchpad and pre-sale hunting. And then we talked about the cash flow system. So now, and there's something very important I wrote there as a place. Okay, this is the riskiest aspect of our assignment. This is a need to separate, okay? There's a need to separate some fund to leverage in this aspect of our business. And so what may be needed is a timely response to opportunity and the cautions or conditions attached. Number one, we said, separate an amount to play this financial game if you must. Recycle your fund here until it has really grown to help the major area of focus. Of course, if you have been in Plan B, you should know our major area of focus. We always talked about the portfolio building. And then do not believe the CEO of any project. And somebody's going to tell me, hey, Felix, what are you talking about? Yeah, I have that, I don't trust any CEO. It doesn't matter who the person is. So do not believe the CEO of any project. See all of them as a fraudster, looking for a way of robbing Peter to people. Now, even if they are not, but once something is out of 100% and is 80 to 85, even 90 to 99%, that should be all, okay? You are justified to say, if something is getting a grade above 50, getting to 60, 70, yeah, you can infer and justify to say is all. That means such area is not good. I'm saying this because I'm not saying this out of emotion or, maybe just vain talkers or trying to pull down any project. I'm not particular any project. When it has to do with, third-party platforms, just consider all of them. It doesn't matter, beautiful roadmap, due to white papers and all of that. It doesn't matter what they're doing. And when you have this mindset, when you have the mindset that all the CEOs, every of the CEOs, of all of those, MLM related projects are scams. That's the truth. Somebody's going to ask me, can you justify for this statement? Yeah, you can do that. So, but once you have that, you'll be able to play the game. Okay. Now, and playing the game is not about, just being there at all time and thinking that you're going to, take advantage of them at all time. No, it's just to give you an idea that such system, you have a mindset already, and you do not trust them. And so since you do not trust them, you want to do as much as you can do and move on. It doesn't matter how long or stronger they get on over and over, but I have my personal opinion. And of course, a counter and experiences I've had about all of this project, okay? So you have to, as a matter of fact, be very careful, because they're going to deal with you, and especially when we're about to enter a bull run, okay? So always look for opportunity that just got started. So not those that must have stayed for longer, term, because they will soon crash. Now, this is the point. Yeah, if you want to play the game, maybe we just got started and okay, you want to take, and it's not a yardstick that when the project not got started cannot crash the next 3 days or 4 days or 1 week or 1 month or 3 months, 6 months or 1 year. So, but just have this mindset that, okay, I'm only playing game with these people. It doesn't matter what they promise or what they try to say. And I've said this time without number, please, how big the bonus a platform or third-party platform is paying you does not really disqualify it to be good for a time being, and how small a company is paying you, return on what you invested does not actually justify the reliability, because we've done all of those assessments many years back, and then we said, how can a company cope with pay me so big amount of money? Yeah, then unfortunately falling for the others that claim to be paying very little, and you say, wow, this guy is going to last. But the truth of the matter is that they're all the same, and eventually they crash. And then you have, now I'm saying this because I feel the pains of many people in the space, in the crypto space, trying to build cash flow, trying to build portfolio. I've seen a lot who, you see them, maybe when a particular network is booming, they make so much money and they feel on the top of the world. And unfortunately, after those platforms had crashed, now they have nothing to write home about, and they start complaining of not having money. They are broke just immediately. That's the truth. Now, and I've discovered that some of those platforms cause a lot of distractions for people not to pay attention to valuable skills, right? Skills that will have helped them, information that will have made them, information that will allow them to explore, the environment or the space, crypto, the digital environment, so beyond all of those things. So I'm saying this because I know a good number of people probably will be new, joining us for the first time. And of course, you have been wooing to some platform. Now, I have no idea of trying to discourage you, but I just try to give a caution, right? Just like now, we have in the conventional economy, conventional economy or businesses or, expert don't even believe anything crypto, okay? They see crypto generally as a scam. So the way they will give you an advice, okay, well, don't put all your money in crypto because it's too volatile, it's risky, it's not regulated, and they will tell you a whole lot of things. And so the same thing my view may look like, so, but the difference here is this, I can tell you categorically speaking, out of 100 CEOs setting up platforms, is not because of you, it's because of themselves. And either they have a bad deal, you still pay for it. That's the truth. If they have the bad deal, just genuinely speaking, they have issues with their businesses and they couldn't cope again, you have the effect. You are going to suffer it. Your money is gone and nothing you can do. That's the truth. So about that, then the second is, what if they do not even have any good intention? Of course, every intention they have is not for you, it's for themselves. That's the truth. And then, so if it's for themselves, that they'll have to serve themselves before serving you. It doesn't matter what you feel about. Now, so when they are done with the number of days or time they want to spend on the money they're looking for, of course, they are looking for money for the run, then they leave you to your fate and go away. And so, so I'm saying this with all my heart to let people really make up their mind to be independent. So make your own mind, make up your mind the amount you want to start with. And if it is a small, do it. And if it's big, just do it without looking back. So now do not over-compound, because that's another terrible strategy or system. Compound interest, the 7 wonders of the world, but if it's wrongly used or if it's used in the wrong place, it won't achieve the goal. That's the truth. Now, it doesn't matter how strategic you're compounding, but you're compounding on lies, now, of course, it's going to explode. That's the reality. So they use those strategy to keep a lot of people, handicapped. And then, unfortunately, when the time comes and for you to take and help yourself, they tell you stories. So rather do just a while, if necessary, and then start withdrawing until you break even your capital. So leverage on many airdrops, okay, and good affiliates to generate portfolio and trading funds. So now that's good thing. There are so many airdrops, that people do. Some airdrop can take, please take note of airdrops. Airdrops some can take 1 year, 2 years before it materialize. So airdrop is not a thing you do in the crypto and just hope on it every time. I had somebody who did airdrop sometime, and he was telling me, oh, when this airdrop will come up, just because maybe we just did a previous airdrop that took just 2 weeks, and it came out and everybody made money. That's about 2016, 2017. And then, now the next airdrop came. He put all his hope. In fact, once this airdrop mature, I'm going to get married and all of that. And I remember too when the airdrop of TWT, that's Trust Wallet token, came up, and good number of people kept telling me, because hey, God, please, when is this airdrop going to launch? We have it in our wallet, but it's not showing price. And now I want to even build my house, and I have hope on that. No, you do not do that funny thing. But you cannot hope on any airdrop just because the previous one was successful. All right. And then hoping to say, okay. And again, take note that once a particular airdrop be successful at a given time, there are bound to be a lot of fake platform that will be collecting your BNB, your Ethereum, just with gas fee, and then they go away. And so we have to be very careful. All right. So airdrop, occasionally there's some that will work out well. And this is what we say. If you must do airdrop, do quality airdrop. And of course, airdrop are in different dimension. Some airdrop could be maybe by affiliate, join and share link with people. I'm always afraid of those type of airdrop though. But if it's an airdrop that want to offer a service, just like what TWT did, now this is a wallet, and of course they want to launch their own token, and they want people to use their wallet. So that's utility. And I always say that more or less, not network marketing, but an affiliate system. Over time, I'm going to be putting through some nuggets about affiliate and what's the difference between an affiliate and an MLM. So most MLM platform, if it does not have a strong retailable product, you say it's going to crash, which is true. And then when it's an affiliate, it does not necessarily have all those ranking, all of those stuff, it just rents services and sharing those opportunity of those services, and you are getting paid on commission based on the utility of such, services. But we've seen a lot of MLM platform. In fact, sometimes this is one of the terrible things that happen in the world today, especially in the third world countries. Those of us, when we join a company, and then the next thing is that to tell you that the company is already on their business. Listen to me, everyone. That a company is featured on Business for Home is not the yardstick of how strong the company is. It's just about rating. It's just about voting. It's just about making, you can tell all the group, the social media, hire some group, help us vote, and they will be number one. And then over time, you see that companies too, then people are making money. They say, okay, this company have the highest top earners. But how many of those companies are still existing now? If I use a practical example, one of the biggest Ponzi scheme that happened that we participated and lost crazy money in, that was OneCoin. And then I remember Pahiala was a top earner in the whole network marketing industry, making about 4 million euro as at that time. And his name is always top on the Business for Home. And then, OneCoin was topping and all of that. So but we have companies that are retailable product, and they were like maybe highest earner there, maybe 600,000 per month. And here you are, you have a company that's making 4 million euro. Yeah, 4 million euro, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 4 million euro every month. And everybody, oh, wow, this is the best company. Be careful, because anything can happen. And so just pumping and then vote and pay some money. That's business. This just like a person publish something on the newspaper, and then you're using as a yardstick that's how strong the company is. So be careful, because we are going into the bull run. That's why I have to be sounding this way, because a lot of people be collecting your money just to feed their portfolio. So little So leverage on many airdrops, I've told you. So stay aside if the platform portray themselves to be great just because of stringent conditions and low payout, just like I said. Then create a separate wallet. Okay, everyone, you're coming newly. You ought to, I always say this, you ought to have minimum of 3 email. So if you're using Gmail, minimum of 3 Gmail. It doesn't take anything to create Gmail. Now, you need to have minimum of 3 wallets. Of course, we have always saying one can be transactional, one can be storing, and one can be for other things you probably want to do. All right. So if you want to do airdrops, you want to do you want to do airdrops, you want to do some of those funny stuff that you probably will be thinking anything can happen through them. And of course, I always tell people, don't always disallow later on your wallet. When you have done transaction, you have tools to remove, transaction, not to revoke transactions, so that most wallet, that fraudulent wallet will always set up a kind of phishing stuff to make you unlimited spending allowance and all of that. So yeah, so you need to create minimum of 3 wallets, minimum of 3 email, and now one strictly should be your official email, one strictly should be your official wallet. Perhaps you want to buy a hardware wallet, to store your money, maybe Ledger Nano S, or and then just keep. So any token you are building up as like holding portfolios, as it were, should be on your Ledger Nano, hardware wallet. I think something will happen maybe before or after Easter. We'll work out things on Plan B to see what we're going to do. Probably maybe I think we tried to do that bulk purchase of SafePower wallet. Sometime it didn't work out. I think only a few of us have SafePower wallet, and I'm not sure everyone would even know how to make use of it properly. So I think I will set aside time, to do some expose and how to use some of those wallets. And so if we come up with something tangible, I'm going to communicate on all our forums. So just be attentive, when information is sent across, so that we can, maximize it, because we're entering into a time that's going to be very critical. I've told us both legally, the government, the institutions, and then the capitalists and all of that are going to be doing a lot of fantastic and funny things in the market that will create a lot of commotion, and a lot of people will run away in the crypto space. And so, but depending on what type of information you have access to and quality of the information and attention you give to your business to will differentiate, okay? So do not hold such coin, okay? Okay, create up to donors coin. Yeah, it is always good to sell off, and then, okay, I think there's a coin that maybe when you buy some opportunity coin. I remember a platform claiming to be the top this, they are doing physical things. I don't believe those crappy stuff when somebody come to me and you are telling me about cryptocurrency, and you're telling me that this coin has some real use case in the conventional. That's not true. Most of them are just cook and bull story. They just combine some of those funny stories to hype people in. And how can you tell me a coin has maybe real use case, maybe real world use case? For instance, let's say Felix created a token, and then for me to just penetrate people's mind, I said, you see this Felix coin or Plan B coin? Yeah, I know some of you say it's enough for us to create Plan B coin. Don't worry, your coin will come out anytime. So let's just watch out what happens. But imagine when we have created a Plan B token, for instance, and then the next we're saying said, yeah, Plan B token, there's a way we create it. We want you can use to buy something in supermarket, in this supermarket and all of that. And those are just hypes, okay? The adoption, the integration has not actually started. That's the truth. We can use it today. So then the next thing is that we set up one funny Ponzi MLM, and then people should be investing their money. And just because we said, okay, Plan B token is being accepted, it's also maybe in different supermarkets, and of course, in different, maybe into agriculture, into this. And then you are now getting paid on daily basis or weekly basis, stuff like that. There are so many funny wallets now that are out. You have to just be very careful. And then say, oh, you're going to be paid, because it has a real use case. That's why you are getting paid this amount. What? Are you for real? Now, conventional business cannot be as lousy or as volatile as crypto. So how is a crypto that now do, conventional activities having that excessive money to be paid out to investors? This is a common sense anyway that is not common anywhere. So I'm not going to reveal other ones, that you will, a private mentorship. Don't be angry. I'm just being generous for some people to, just to have some kind of privy to some information so that they can help themselves. So those of you who participated last week on some of our tokens that you bought, well, congratulations. Okay, I think this other aspect, yeah, last week. Well, I promise you this month on, the month of April, once it's out, I'm not sure it's going to be displayed just like the way we did for last month and all of that. So those of us who have been very committed doing what is expected of us, I can bet with you, you're going to help yourself out. So now let's go very quickly. I'm going to go back to building your portfolio. I'm not okay. If you like, you can write the name of this coin down. I'm not asking you. It's not a financial advice. Okay, Matrix AI Network. It's not a financial advice. Man, you can buy it on KuCoin or Huobi, but it's not a financial advice. So anyway, I'm not asking you to buy. No, I'm just giving a friendly advice. So Felix, perhaps maybe I have just bought. And funny enough, you'll be surprised that even on private mentorship, I've not shared this one. Okay, so you are privileged, and that sometimes people come to me. If you attend our weekly update, Plan B weekly market update, you should, as a matter of fact, to have been able to discipline yourself by now so that you can be doing well on building your portfolio. So you can write this name of this coin down. So I think it was all-time high of 4 or 3 or 2 or $1 somewhere at something. And it's been a while, and I was surprised that it was an AI for how many years? Maybe about 3 years, okay? And then the all-time high was about 3 years or something. And then, time high was about 3 years or so. Let's look at it. Okay, I'm not asking you to buy, but it's your choice if you want to buy. Okay, MAN, okay, M-A-N. So Matrix AI Network, okay? So you can see, okay, about $2 all time high 5 years ago. Oh, 5 years ago, that's crazy. 2018, that's the bear market of the previous cycle. And then all-time low was 2 years ago. Yeah. 2 years ago. And so that 2 years ago, Moody was about 2 years ago. She's still about 1,000% and all that. So, well, I mean, it's bought and sold on KuCoin, MX Global, Huobi. And of course, maybe more exchange will come. Now, I'm not a marketer to them, so don't think Felix is a marketer to them. I am not. But yeah, you can risk any amount you can afford to leave. So I don't tell people risk amount you can afford to lose. No. If it's third party, some of those Ponzi scheme you want to go and put in money, third party, ROI platforms and all of that, that's amount you can afford to. It doesn't matter who the CEO is. Okay. Even if the CEO claims to be a deputy god, doesn't matter. So be careful because of those things. Even if it's Felix said, oh, we set up investment scheme now. We're going to be making a lot of money. The day the Felix set up investment scheme, just be careful with him. That means something is wrong somewhere, okay? Yeah. And even if you claim to say, oh, this is, be careful. Just every CEO of ROI platform are fraudsters. ROI platforms. So you have to use a very long spoon, okay? So I expect Bitcoin to flash down all this while. It has been attempting the Red Sea, but by now I expected the market to have brought down. Because I was on loss. I entered a long on Bitcoin since last week, and I expect it to go up, and then I added the leverage to it. Yeah, I'm not saying you should do that anyway. So, but I expect it to come down. It pumped back, but I told us to be very careful with Bitcoin last week because it's going to be very volatile. And then, so let's see possibly what will happen this week for Bitcoin. But before we do that, I'm going to take you on something. Number one, if you're on our forum and you've not registered on OKEX, go and do that because I'm going to show you one example. I'm going to use two exchange, for example, today, OKEX and CoinW. And those of you who have signed up on CoinW and you have done nothing, because I knew I've done some video about CoinW. And if you've not signed up, try do, okay? And I always tell people if you want to do affiliate, okay? So let me look at CoinW link. I can send it on our chat, but I know definitely on the Plan B, different forum of Plan B. Okay, let me just take it to the Cashflow platform. So if you have not signed up on CoinW, so I send the link now on the Cashflow platform. So if you are not on Cashflow platform on our Telegram channel, search for it. The Cashflow platform, I think, let me check if I can bring out the link. You can join if you're here. Yeah, the Cashflow platform. Yeah, so you can join. Yeah, so you can just click on the link and join. So because why I'm doing this is that, yeah, we're still going to be using all our WhatsApp group, but sometimes more information may be much available on Telegram. So do yourself a favor. Okay, so OKEX. Of course, you do not have option if you're on private mentorship, it's a must for you. So because you are going to be entering drilling activities in this month, lest I forget, by, okay, so OKs and CoinW, I've just sent it. So lest I forget, by May, we're going to be having, we couldn't have the first quarter training of Plan B, Crypto Academy, basic and intermediate, but I think it's going to come up May, and we will decide probably maybe in our prayer meeting tomorrow in the office. Those are the people who will be privileged. If you are in Port Harcourt and in Everon, it's going to be a physical class in our trading hall so that you can learn, and all of that. So you want to get enrolled. I think I've received some messages from Castream, Mr. Godwin Aggie, and he was telling us that's Plan B manager. And then he was telling us about some people made an intention. So if you're in Port Harcourt and you want to be part of the training, I'm sure it's going to be coming up by May, by the grace of God. And then you can go to the office, make inquiry, and then there's an application form. I think the application form is in the office. When you pick, you fill your detail. And why this, please? A time is going to come where we share information about for us to allow you to even buy coins or buy some things through Plan B, you must have shown to us your level of can I call it crypto literacy, okay, in at least knowing basics. If not, you have to go back to the Crypto Academy. If you don't participate, or if you have not gone to the Crypto Academy to pass through it, we will not allow you, because we have seen a lot of things and people don't take personal responsibility. In short language, if you are not ready to take personal responsibility, you may have issues with us in Plan B. So, and then outside that, I'm still working on some like minds. Probably by maybe after next week, we could have a free stuff of like market calls. Yeah, market calls, not just like Sunday like this, but a market call, live trading, and just for you navigate basics, and we'll give signals of the coin to buy and all of that. And then maybe we may tomorrow, Monday, maybe from tomorrow or Tuesday, if we come up with a promo again for Easter and the special Ramadan for both Christian and Muslim brothers and everybody. Yeah, the promo maybe if you work out from next week, Tuesday or Wednesday, then the announcement will be made. But I can't say what's going to be the cutoff, for both the private mentorship, the Build With Me, the light portfolio, and different categories. So, but please, quite unfortunate, people don't like to build affiliate of services. People like to build affiliate of ROI. Now, as much as you are so much interested in building affiliate or MLM of ROI, because most service render platform build affiliate, but most ROI investment platform build network. And I can tell you boldly speaking, that's why most people don't even talk about exchange platform. Why? Because they do not use the service. If you use like different exchange platform that offer some rebate, you will recommend it. But if you do not use it, how will you recommend? Let me use an example. And so, okay, and congratulations again, lest I forget, I just want to clarify all of this before I move on. Congratulations again for those of you who I'm sure somebody was calling me from London, and I'm sure he has to rush to activate his account yesterday on the Evergreen Giant, for Evergreen FFS. And then the good news is that it's been extended to 9th of April. So if you're yet to take advantage of it, I think this is just your time and opportunity, and to take advantage of it. Now, the reality of it is that beyond just like maybe your money in there, yes, of course, you can have up and down in the market and other situation could happen. And then, but the truth of the matter is that you see number of people are not interested in sharing opportunity around Evergreen FFS. You know why? Because it's not a pure network marketing platform. It's about utility. And so for a man who just wants to like put in $10 somewhere and begin to recruiting people, and people lose their money and will not have that opportunity, because, for instance, in Evergreen FFS, you want to fund your broker, you want to, right? You want to connect your boards, and then you want to do other things, and before you share with people, and that alone will not allow many of them to have gotten started. So, but for me, I think we want to build an affiliate of something. It should be affiliate of value, service rendered, and people can take advantage, and it should be more decentralized. And secondly, I know many persons in our ecosystem had not actually shared about CoinW to people. But for me, those are those stuff that you ought to be sharing. You know why? I know a person in CoinW that's making average of $70 to $180 every day on the average, just because of rebate. And you know why? Because of the free services rendered. So I'm going to be looking at just two aspects today, and I'm going to be very fast. The OKES, I'll do one or two things on OKES for you to follow me. And then two, I will do one or two things if I can just open up some things on CoinW, and then we can roll, okay? So, but like I told us, let me quickly look at Bitcoin. I expected that if Bitcoin should have crashed right now, because all the the guy was doing yesterday, I expected, okay, it has actually crashed and then trying to return. Yeah, okay. Oh, man, guy, you have to crash now. You have to just crash. But that guy is getting more stubborn anyway. But the Red Sea is dealing with it seriously. So, but you want to see the next candle. This is 4-hour time frame. You want to see the next candle close below what? Yeah, close below 27,000. So, but where it is now is still very, very strong. Still very, very strong as it were. So, but I want to see, but I was already on short, okay? But I'm sure in my short position, I should be on negative because I shot at 28,000 before the pump. I think when I was expecting that before this bull line, somewhere here, and then I expect the control line, and then I have to short, but it actually got there and then was able to break even and then go up. But of course, no energy because there was no volume. So what I expect in the market this week should be, okay, at what closes the next market from now till 1 a.m. Determine if we're able to make it all back. But for me, I'm much of the, though we have a very strong volumes around here. So, but for me, I expect the market to come down. So for you who are new, who do not know what to do, the best is that just wait. Don't do anything yet. So say you want to buy Bitcoin, there are a good number of coins you could buy. Even the coin I ask you if you want to buy, you perhaps if you go to your KuCoin now to buy it, if you intend to buy with $10 or $20, so for instance, use half $10 to buy it, and then wait a Bitcoin, because Bitcoin crashed massively this week, and then start to have a rebound. You can still have a discount drop in the price of that token. But if Bitcoin is able to regain the momentum back, yeah, you may have the coin, getting pumped. So the whole essence of partitioning your entry is the fact that you are DCA into the market, okay? And so you'll be able to buy some now, and then when it dip more, that's an advantage for you. If you refuse to dip, okay, no problem. So you can now say, okay, bye-bye, no problem. But the point is that you just need to buy, if you want to buy anyway, it's not a must. So if you want to buy, you can go ahead. You can see that Bitcoin is just like finding a way around. So let me quickly look at it. So you have to just be careful or bit. Okay, it's actually already okay, this one. So those of you who are doing close and make profits from here. Sorry. Yeah, those who trade and love to short, long, and make money in between. I'm sure if you are doing that, you have done this, for instance. Perhaps this is 4%, this is BTC, and then maybe 10x, 4%, 40%, 4%, 40%. Okay. Here we go. Sorry. Goes below here. Another 2%, that is 25% or thereabout. And until this one just now. So the market is at a risk point now, so which is still going on. Okay. So sorry. So you have to be very careful with BTC. Okay, this is, let me look at 4 hours time frame. This is not too good, but of course, that's what I expect in the market anyway. Okay. Coming. BTC. This is 1 hour. So just look at 4 hours. Okay. Okay, so you can see that BTC have been struggling. I just want this guy. Okay, so it could, oh shit. 27,400. Well, I'm not a scalper, so I don't even have time for those scalping, but yeah, so the guy could return back to 27,400. So, but I want to see more breakdown from there. 26, just like the previous momentum. But of course, we shouldn't break 25K. If we break 25K, that's not going to be good. But just understand that the market is always be manipulated. And so, for give and take, we're still very, 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 very up. But for me, I'm already on short. So let me quickly go and do something for you. So please, if you just watch me, if you have OKS, let's go to OKS together before I'll do CoinW. So I just have a few minutes to do with this training. Yeah, so those of us who were on 2 weeks training, profitable trading for us, hybrid trading last week and then the previous week, I gave an assignment and the assignment is still running. One of the advantage I saw on the OKS is the fact that you could do something. There a whole lot of things. And of course, you want to know more detail. Of course, you have to maybe you can be on private mentorship or you can be on other platforms because a lot of things you can get free. You can go on YouTube, but sometimes you may need somebody to hold you by the hands and you want to ask questions from people. So, but if you can pay the price to diligently sit down and all of that, you don't need to necessarily be in plan B to learn all of those things. So you can go on Google, just search and then learn about the OKS, how to use it and all of that. Well, funny enough, you may not be able to ask any one question, but you can still find your way around. Now, what my experiment I've done on these OKS was the fact that it has a bot, and which we that know what bot was, we've been using 3Commerce. I still have my account live on 3Commerce, and I'll be using both Grid, both DCA, and all of that. But one of the most effective bots we've used on the 3Commerce was the bot of DCA. Later, of course, the Grid looks like it's not productive, but I discovered something while I was experimenting on these OKS. I may not give you the secret, okay? But, if you're on private mentorship or you'll be with me or whatever, any of the subscribe group, just type, say, what was the secret? I may say it now, today, but so many may not understand it. But I will say one of it, and let me now show you. Now, this is OKS, and then it has a bot that you can use as a user. Now, I'm not going to go to the rudiment of how to fund, and that's why you need basic training and enroll. And funny enough, please, our training is online, and then when you pay for it, you get access to all of those training guide and all of that. So, just that people are in Port Harcourt is a privilege for them. They can attend physical class, but you do not need, even if you are in Port Harcourt and you do not have the time to come for physical class, you pay and you take your course online. So let's go. Now, I look at the OKs. One, you like to build affiliate. Why don't you take it serious? Because OKS is going to help a lot of people rather than collecting people's money to go to Ponzi scheme and all of that. Use the OKs for yourself and then recommend for people. It's just that they give you small money, of course. But imagine if you're getting paid $1 on maybe in a week or in a month on 1 million people. A Rome was not built in a day, so you just have to learn. Okay, somebody's asking, where's our office in Port Harcourt? Our office in Port Harcourt is at Chidima Plaza. Let me just quickly type it for you. Chidima Plaza, number 49, Odaba Road. Okay, number 49, Odaba Road. Opposite Mimi Tasty Fish. Right? Mimi Tasty Fish. Close to Rumamasi roundabout. Rumamasi roundabout. Okay, so that's Rumamasi. If you're coming from Rumabia Kanif, that's past Shell, then you see Redeemed Church, and then you see Chidima Plaza. There's a true story building. You're going to see Plan B Express. So you get there. If you're coming from, Air Force, wherever, so I just get to Rumamasi roundabout, just like 5 poles, is up to that. Then you've gotten to the place, and then that's the place for the Accord. So you want to come to the office, I think you can come anything from 11, unless it's 10:30 to 5 p.m., then you can meet people in the office. So myself, I'm not a regular office person, but I'm sure by this week I should be in the office regularly more. So if you're in Port Harcourt, why not come to the office, make a query, and then get the detail you want to get, and then get a role in the training and help yourself out. Okay, so let's look at, so very quickly we'll go to OKs. So I'm going to OKs right now. You create an account. I send a link on the Telegram for the cash flow system. So once you register on OKs, you fund your account through my asset deposit, yada. Then, but please, you always need to transfer the money from the funding wallet to the trading wallet. Okay, so but quickly I'll introduce it. Now, having funded your account, you're going to make use of both. So look at the both. And one of the lovely things about this is that you can do the demo. So demo will teach you and give you experiment. So let me go. First, I have to click on trade. Then I click on demo trading. Okay, so if you're using OKs, so now I've changed the place to demo interface. You can see now what is highlighted is demo. See live here is fainted. So that means, because if you have money in your account, learn how to understand in this interface, because sometimes you want to use demo and then you want to expose, some of those assets, and you make use of the live, and you didn't want to use the live for that particular experiment at that point in time. So now I've clicked on demo, but let me show you some trade that when we did the training, and you will see you yourself, you justify. And that's why I would say, when we want to build portfolio, it's a consistent effort and a gradual effort for that matter. I've seen people who they rush in, they rushed out, they jump in, they tell you all manner of stories. We are going to do like, that's not true. How consistent have they been for the past 2, 3, 4, 5 years? A lot of people have misled people and just coming, no, this thing is slow. Somebody have told me to my face, no, I don't have the patience to buy coin and wait. I want to make some good buck now. But where are they today? I'm not mocking them for that, but the reality is that the room was not built in a day. So now this is OKs, and I say go to demo trading. Now in the demo trading, look at the one I experimented, and I'm going to show you on the demo trading. Okay. Next, I click on trade again, and you click on trading both. First, you have registered, verify your account, right? Haven't done that. You fund your account, any amount. It doesn't matter how much, it doesn't matter whatever thing you have, maybe $100, $200. Don't be intimidated by somebody who is trading with $1 million. Everyone starts from somewhere. So noble beginning is more important for you. Just know where you're going to. Now, this is where you go. You go to trade and you click on demo trading. That's number one. Return back again to that trade and click on trading bot. Now, I'm showing us this because some of you who are giving your money to Ponzi scheme, you don't need that. You have too many tools that will help you to generate some money. We've not even talked about some of the staking we do and all of that. So I'm just showing you this now. Look at the OKS. It has helped you not to waste that resources to third-party platform that are going to be telling you stories tomorrow. Just need the basics, all right? Not true. It doesn't mean that, okay, this is not risky to you. You know what's the risk? This is an exchange that not your private key, not your money. So anything can happen, just like rumor you are hearing about Binance, this may happen, then believe anything can happen. And that's why when you trade, you make some money. It's always good you spread your tentacle. So that should be, so I listen to people when they are doing trading. Oh, this is the best exchange in the world. Not anything can happen to anything. And so the only thing that has a guarantee that will never fail is the word of God. Outside the word of God, forget it. Yourself can fail today. Felix can fall today. Anybody can fall. So if you said, this is the best, this nothing can happen to this Odeshi, it's not true. The only Odeshi I know is the word of God. It never changed, it remained forever, remain constant. Either you like me for that or not, it doesn't change. God is I am that I am, it doesn't change. So, but what changes? All of those things will change. Anything can happen to it. So now look at it. It's telling us now that today's growth, today's PLL is $327. How? Okay. And it's saying ADA 94% all time, all through when the thing has started. Okay. This one. Yeah, you can see now, this is spot, why this is future. Okay. Now you'll be able to decipher the, differentiate between which one is more appropriate when I'm doing this and which one is more appropriate when I'm doing that. I can now see why in Endotech, they do more of spot trading. In fact, in the US, participant to Endotech, you are not allowed to do future. Yeah, you are not allowed to do future. If you go to Endotech, you're going to be seeing a lot of things. I'm sharing all this with you so that it's going to help you a lot. Yeah, go to Endotech. Because anywhere I pick things, I study things around it. Okay, just a moment. Okay. So sometimes people will tell you, no. I met people tell me spot trading is not good. Okay. It's a choice, spot trading is too slow. I say it all depends on the strategy and what you know. Okay. So I discovered that most of the strategy, yeah, so on okay, so better, more of this AI are more of spot. Can you see spot? You have more spot. This is just future one. If you are going to see like 10 strategy, 7 are going to be more of spot than the future. And the spot over the years outperformed the future because with more low risk exposure. Okay. So if that is the case for an AI system, and I discovered that if I must use an AI system, a conservative strategy is the best that can give you consistent income. Okay, so now let's quickly look at it. Where are you? Okay, now, so see, I'm going to see all because I click on demo and I click on trade back and click on trading bot. Now you have different bots, grid bot, DCA, arbitrage, slicing bot, and different one. Now, most use you have grid and DCA. So, of course, arbitrage, I use it too. So, but let me quickly look at, see, there are some bots are open here. You can see Cardano, you can see LRC. So I click on view all. Now look at what you're going to see. Now I click on view all. What did you see? Now look at, this is Cardano. This was opened on 17th. Today is 2nd, not up to a month, right? This was opened on 17th. And what was allocated to that was $100, right? Now, this is not up to a month. Now, it has done how many percent growth? 194% growth. And that the profit is already $194 profit. That's what it means. Now, this is, so now, yeah, so sometimes some of those Ponzi schemes that are going to promise you heaven and earth, they have nothing to really offer. So, but look at it, 194% in a month. Yeah, that's not a general stuff, okay? Now look at ICP, still on spot, on the 16th, earlier than Cardano. Now it has done how many percent? 21%. Yeah, 21% on $100. So that means about 21 point something dollars. Yeah, there you have Litecoin. So Litecoin and this guy were open the same day. Just last month, 16th. On Litecoin, it has done how many percent? 55%. It's just that the money allocated to Litecoin was $250. So that means the profit alone now is $138. And that was on the 16th. Now let's go to future. On the same boat strategy, you're going to now compare and contrast. You tell yourself, which one would you want? Now, this is still on 17, LRC, of course, but different token at this point. Now, LRC, now, but you see that I use ICP for spot, and we saw how many percentage, right? Let's look at ICP. Generally, it didn't perform very well. That's the truth. Now, that is 21%, right? 21%. So let's go to the future. Same ICP, right? Yeah, $100 for ICP. Yeah, there we go. Let's look at how many percent? 1%. Can I tell you why is that? The reason why is that it will trade maybe the time, because you can now see that people who use both for more volatile this thing, they need to have a what we call human monitoring. Without that, you're going to have issues. But when it has to do with gradual accumulation, systematic order, I can tell you both with spot will outperform future. We can now see now. Can you see? Now, so you can see all of these 1%, $100. But if you go back, now see Avas, Perpetua, right? On future. So it for a season, after I give you much, it will collect it back because some will liquidate while eating back to the money. Now you can justify by yourself. So let's go for DCA. Now look at DCA. I open Atom on DCA on the 16th. And then how much was the investor allocated? $83 as it cost. Can you see? I'm on very terrible loss. Yeah, so you can see now. So I'm on about how many loss? I'm still on about 37% loss. Now, even if it's floating, but you know, you wouldn't love this. Now, so it can be like that for the next 1 month, and then you do not have profit, and eventually, you know. So now let's go to DCA. Good. DCA. All right. Martingale strategy. The same 16. ICP was 15. But this is spot, okay? Look at Avas. We have Avas on future, but look at Avas on spot. Let's look at it. So I have some floating loss. Yes. That is, he bought it and it has not sold. Now it's giving me a floating loss of $23. But in all, the total performance of it is 131%. Come on, what are you talking about? So this is on the 16th, Avas. Now look at Avas again on Grid Future. Look at Avas on Grid Future. It only how many percent? It only okay, 3%. Only 3%. But the same Avas on DCA Sport, it's already, yeah, 131%. Make sense? So it's important. So you can now tell me now that Grid is good and Grid Sport is better than future. Yeah. But future, you can make so big money within 1 day or two. But if you do not know how to monitor it, yeah, you come back, the whole money, the whole profit is wiped off. So if I know how to monitor, what do? As I open it to give me big profit, I stop it. Yeah. So as it just give me the profit, I can stop it and exit. So continue accumulation of making profit for me. It better I just make use of my what? Grid Spot. But there's a secret to this Grid Spot, and I'm not going to tell anybody. Now, so what's the secret? Let me tell you why. The secret is that you need a coin that had organic growth for the grid. You need a coin that had organic growth for the grid. Example, see Cardano, see Litecoin. They are not too vulgar. They are not too volatile. They have steady growth and pullback, steady growth and pullback. Such coin will do. That's why I see now Cardano performed. Now, what's the disadvantage of grid? Grid can give you a particular profit, and for the next 1 month or two may not record any profit, though may not record loss unnecessarily because it's a range trade. So for those of us who want to use grid now, and if you have been learning, your learning will aid you to know how to like even reset some other things on the grid and on the whatever you want to do. Okay, so now let's quickly look at it. Now this is demo, like I've said. Now, if I come in there, other thing I just did, like there's a coin now that had been doing, I just want to allocate some money. Maybe let's say I want to allocate $200, yeah, to a coin, $200 to a coin, but I want to buy the gradual process. So $200, I want to be buying $5 each time. So, right? So divide by $5. 200 divided by 5. So that means I want to buy this particular coin for the next 40 days. See what I'm going to do, which I did. Let me use an example. Let me go to my life and show you example of that. So you just hold your peace, okay? Now, this is it. And I'm going to go to, okay, this boat. And I'll go to, it's called recurring buy. Recurring buy. Now, don't mind, I don't mind the negative I'm recording on that, but I will tell you what I want to achieve. See what the recurring buy is doing. It has bought twice, and I want to do it for the next 40 days. Which coin is it buying? Arbitrum, ARB. Now, it bought some at $1.27. It bought some at $1.34. Let's look at ARB. ARB. Okay, it's now $1.16. So imagine by tomorrow, if it can come back to $1.07, and at the time I have said, my boat will just buy from. You see, my boat will just again, okay. So I'm going to be buying it like that for the next 40 days. So the more, if the market dip more, it will just buy. So either I'm there or not. And remember, probably I want to accumulate it and watch what happens next bull run. So instead of me using my $200 to just buy the coin now at a go, so I decided to use my boat to be following it and be buying. So you can see it has bought at $1.27. Maybe the time I set it, the market was $1.50. So instead of buying at $1.50, I say, no, I set it this way. And now, so you can always do that. So let me quickly go back and show you how that is done. The first one, how they are done, and this second one, how it's been done. So let's quickly look at, I go into trade. Here is trade, and I go to demo. Okay. So this is demo, right? Then I go to trade again, and I go to trading boat. First, I use grid, right? So I click on grid boat. Okay. So you can see grid. Now, this is spot grid. All this grid, you can create your spot grid. So I want to create the boat by myself now. So now, do I want to use manual? No, I don't want to use manual. I want to use the settings of the system. Though I use manual in some time. And how do I use manual? I probably will have done my technical analysis and see the range where the market is, and I set my upper and lower limit. So I have to use recommended. So you can see recommended. You can see that Cardano has really performed very well. This person has been on this for the 1 to 2 months, all right? And he has recorded 643%. Isn't it good? Yeah. So suggested periods, can leave it there. So this one, come on. Okay, suggested period. This is suggested period. You can close it before that time. Either you close or not, it continues, all right? So just understand that. So spot grid, right? Now, this is 3 to 4 months. You have different types. Okay, come on. This 143 days, 20-something, whatever. How many people on this boat now? About 16 people. This one, how many? So never mind. Sometimes you can see a lot. Now, I just decide to check anyone, okay? I can just pick anyone I want to pick. So you can see that Cardano has been a very, very fantastic one. So I'm not saying you should choose Cardano, and that's why you need learning to understand what trend of activity. So let me go to ARB, for instance. Is ARB there? ARB, so of course it's a new coin. So AVAX, so this is AVAX USDT. Okay, so AVAX USDT. So let me say 7 to 20 days. So just click or click copy. Now, what do I need to change? If I want to change some things, I can click on just parameters, but you don't know what to change. So if you know what to change, you can change. So I now say I want to allocate how much to it. I want to allocate, it can tell you minimum you can allocate $10.4. So I can say I want to allocate $100, okay? Depending on how much you have. So you can now see trading made easy. So even with $10, $20, imagine I allocated $10 to Cardano when it started, then 194%. That's about $19, $19.4 already. And then from there, you just need to be meticulous to learn more, okay? So then what do? Create spot. Good to go? Yeah, let's go. Say it's already created, can view it, all right? It's going to give you all of those things that you have done. The price is set it. Can see it has set 3 orders ahead of time. That is going to buy 16.889, 16.069, 15.249, and that, okay, is going to be selling at 18.5, 19 point this, 20 point that. That's, he has set the upper and lower limit. It continues to do that and adjust, here and there. And that's one of the things probably you want to do. Now, more advanced training on these are there. So I just give you the surface that can help you instead of giving your money to those funny schemes that are killing people's, faster than ever. Now, that's for greed. Then I go for DCA, the trading boats. My time is running very fast, so I need to shut down anytime now. I'm sorry if I'm unable to cover a lot of things I ought to cover. Now, I go to the DCA. There's one I will have to show you. The DCA is still the same. You can even just come down and select from any one you're seeing there, or you change which coin you want to use and all of that. So let me go now, the recurring, look at recurring buying. So I click create. So which coin do I want to reoccur buy? So if the RB is there, so it's actually not there, but it's on live anyway. No, it's a new stuff. So let's say it's actually Cardano I want to repeat buying. So I click, right? And now is ADA. Is ADA. I want to reoccur buying. So ADA. So is it monthly or weekly? So it's daily. I want to be buying it daily at 12. So how much do I want to allocate to it? How much do I want to be buying daily? $5. Great. Yes, thank you. It's created. So I've created it, all right? So it will be buying Cardano for me $5 worth. Now it should be a coin, just like you see RB I do. I want to just buy RB. If we continue to go down more, I buy more. And so I don't need to be there or to remember when. So I've set it and let it go, that way. And then continue to buy, stuff like that. Now, the other thing is that you can always stop your boat. You want to stop your boat, you can always stop, right? Look at it. Any boat you want to stop. For instance, look at my grid. Okay. So you can see the hours we just created. So if I want to stop it, I can stop it. Now, sometime some people you may see like want to withdraw profit. Can you see? This is pure profit, guys. You want to withdraw this $194 and click. Why do you want to withdraw? Perhaps you want to withdraw, to do other things. Okay, money is just piling up. I don't believe you idle money. So you want to just withdraw it. So you can go ahead. And then why the $100 continue in that order. You get it? Now you can see see grid. See, it has set, my God. So you can see it has set market to buy for me. Yeah. Can you see? Even down up to when market lose 25%, continue to buy. But for now, you can see that there is no, it has not been able to buy anyone. That's why you didn't see any sell option. So 37.2, that is 37.21 penny. So when Cardano drop 2% more now, my boat is going to buy, right? And then set a selling price for me. So sometimes you can see your performance for over like 2-3 months will be the same just because the range has not actually changed, okay? And that's why you can see. So let's look at Cardano. How much is it now? ADA. So you can see ADA is 38 cents. So if you can drop down, so you will be able to buy for me. Yeah. Yeah, so ADA. So let me even check it, ADA. ADA. Okay, so good thing. The guy is trying to like, okay. So you can see ADA. It has been doing a lot of nice work. So that's one thing you need to know. So rather than wasting your money so very quickly, I'm not going to have too much time to now talk on the CoinW, but register, verify your account. So I use CoinW for future trading. Why? Good thing. A lot of people had not actually use it. So it's a 2-dimension. The first dimension is that they help you, right? You trade, okay? You trade. Okay, let me just look at something. 92,597, if I'm still in order. So good thing, and those of us who I've given you the link you register, and I told you to go to the forum. They give free signals for you. Those of you who want to trade future, ETF, and all of that. Like, then you want to build affiliate around now, and you are giving a rebate. So if you are in our community and I've given you a link, I said chat with me with your ID so I can set a rebate for you. For instance, look at it now. Today is okay, we're already at trading activities third or their country, right? Somebody must have traded, and then I was giving a rebate of 4 cents. Okay, look at yesterday. Okay, another 90-something cent, stuff like that. This one 12 cents, these are rebate from trading. Now, sometimes you see, like, look at this is a rebate. $7. This is what I got from this fellow who traded, right? So now, even on your own trading, as you make money, you are supposed to pay for, the exchange fee now. So I will still get paid from my own trading fee, stuff like that. So those of you who are building affiliates of funny scheme and all of that, of course, why don't you turn it to affiliate of productive things that can help people, all right? And you help a lot of people, you help yourself, rather than funny scheme and all of that. Told us, I wouldn't, without missing words, don't ever you try to trust any CEO. There's nothing any CEO talk that moved me. I'll just tell them, we have seen more than this before, and so it's not a new thing. We've been seeing them, we've been hearing, they tell you a lot of things, but forget it. You just have to understand this sentiment for yourself. Okay, somebody is asking any information for us on okay, somebody's asking question, is it advisable to inject cash in the OKs? I trade with OKs and I just use the demo to demonstrate for you, irrespective of you have money there, you want to experiment some strategy, why not? I have a full account on the OKs, not today, for many years, and I use all of those things there. And so it's an exchange that you may want to even check. Some of those, they are where is this? Sorry, just a moment. I need to check something. Oh shit. Where are you? OKs is a top exchange platform. Yeah. Let's see. Yes, yeah, sorry. Wallets. Okay, see Binance, Code Wallet, see Bitfinex, see, you're supposed to see OKs. So look at OKs, it's one of the wallets. So 31,000 Bitcoin in the core wallet. See OKs, 23,000 Bitcoin. It just so you can reach the proof of reserve for OKs. Well, I'm not recommending for anybody. I use it, but I think the services is an optimum service for you to help you. Then somebody also asked questions about OnPassive. Well, I don't hear anything about OnPassive up until now, and so I think if Aliyu will give us update, because Aliyu is an ambassador to OnPassive. Every now and then they say we're going to launch, we do that. They do a lot of things anyway, so we're waiting. This should be our 4 years of waiting, if I'm not mistaken, or 3 years of waiting. So I don't hear anything about OnPassive. Please, if you have questions, just quickly can type on the chat box so I can respond to your questions as fast as possible. We have just 5 minutes to shut down this interaction. I'm sure after now, you should be able to engage yourself more. Yeah. So any other question, anyone? Any other question, anyone? Yeah, I am waiting. Okay, sure, thank you. Amen. Okay, so please, guys, just like I've said, or rightly said, the best for you is to, permutate your strategy. If not, a lot will regret most of the actions they take in just following some noise in the market, especially platforms and all of that. You go broke day by day just because you want to do this. forget about this noise some platforms make. But I'm not saying we should not take advantage of some platforms, right? Now, because when they, there are obvious ones that you don't even need to waste your energy. Why will I go and invest $1,000 in some platform right now when I have 1,000 coins to buy? Yeah. I know coins that I can buy. For some time, I'll tell friends, I said, if Plan B were not to have been like a ministry, right? Because what we're doing in Plan B is just like, we do more like a ministry. Yeah. No. Back, don't send this link here because this is not the link. All right. This is not the link. This link you send here is not for everybody. Yeah, anyone who must going to use this link ought to, number one, anyone who must use this link, number one, ought to have registered on CoinW. So this link is just for monitoring team. Yeah, this CoinW, this team hub is just to monitor the activity. So this link is not for registration. I've sent a registration link of CoinW on our platforms. In fact, if anyone is on Plan B Express for a very long time and has not registered on CoinW, I'll just call it like a disobedience, because sometimes I'll tell us either you're going to use that exchange or not, just register. And then later when you cross the bridge, you know the reason why you need to register. Of course, it's not an investment. Okay, somebody say anything about Daisy? Well, Solomon, I've sent a message about Daisy before now, and I told us something very critical, that sometimes some project left abandoned and they don't give up. They keep doing what they were doing. And you tell yourself, these people who participated on Daisy after us were the one that made the money. So we were just, of course, for me, I was discouraged. That was the truth. So, but if you look at Daisy, in fact, Daisy, when they come up, if you look at Daisy, what makes some of us to participate in Daisy crazily was not just because of the crowdfunding, but because of the connectivity with Endotech. And at the first year, we have a lot of wallets. Like I remember I did about 10 different wallets on Daisy. And now look at example, when we did that, and then on our trading, so part of your fund were being ejected to the trading. And what really happened to our trading? We got crazy losses, okay? We got crazy losses. And those losses, we're still there up to today. And of course, some people make withdrawal. I was not withdrawing, I just left it there. I'm hoping that 1 year, 2 years, I'm going to have a lot of money, from there. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. And then they kept doing what they were doing. But until they added Forex, to be very candid, when they brought up Forex, I told myself, they've come again. This is a big scam. Yeah. So, but some people were lucky, or what I call it, were timely, not lucky. They were timely. And the timely was that, Daisy kept talking, hey, everybody bring new people. I say, oh my God. And that's why sometimes you don't need to give up so cheaply, okay? And new people come in, and those of us who were there before, we refused. For me, Felix, I did not put any money. Now, and that was April last year. Then it connects the AI to the Forex on Endotech and all of that. And then they start trading. This is one of the fantastic things. I followed up April, May, June, July till now. Okay, you can see there were, okay, no, not crypto. April till now, Daisy had done how many percent growth? 801%. But that's 797. So, but cumulatively, to say average on the year, so that means about 11 months plus. So, yeah, okay, almost 12 months now. So that means in 12 months, they've recorded 801%. Not just a capture data. It was reality. I kept following. Now, the question I ask myself is that, for instance, let's say Felix invested $5,000 now on Daisy when they started, and then we didn't get any money. And then they brought the Forex. And of course, the usual way, half of the money goes for the affiliate, while the other one go for your equity trading. Now, and I look at it and said, now some new persons come in and put a $5,000. Now, the first level 1, level 2 is 50%. So from level 2, 3 was 70% of that fund. So let's say on the average, 55% of your $5,000. So now, your $5,000, multiply by 0.55. So that means about $2,750 injected to the trading. And then it was there. Now we're talking of 800% in a year, okay? So 800% in a year, that's 8x of $2,750. So multiply by 8. Am I mistaken? It should be an error, right? Let me look at it. 2,000, all right, $2,750. So 800% is 8x multiplied by 8. So that's $22,000. So this $22,000 like just a pure profit, okay? Now, as a pure profit, the 2,000, I think there's a way to do some compound and all of that. Now, if you want to withdraw, what is withdrawable is actually 70%. So multiply by 0.7. So that's about $15,400. So that means for everyone who started since April, now imagine he had invested $5,000. So complaining about that. Right now, that means those people had gotten that amount. And good thing, he still continue, and then they were doing a lot of things. Now, what actually shocked me and then surprised me was the fact that those of us who were on the structure before, we still earning certain affiliate commission that I do not really understand, because most time when I come into a platform, I'm not too crazy about the affiliate. I'm crazy about what I can independently do. While I share it, I can make money, but I'm so much crazy about what I can personally put in my money, and then let's see how it works. And so, so for now, Daisy, and then the shock they gave to us was the fact that they now moved, they now moved the remaining remnant, like I call it remnant. So the remnants, right? They now moved the remnant from the crypto sanction. I think it was the month of October. It's a smart contract. And then the remnant was migrated to the Forex. And that means for the people who have any amount on the crypto sanctions, so the remnant was moved to the Forex. So, and it was there. That was October, I'm not mistaken. Now, I had to monitor, and I saw that the remnant was moved. And then let me look at this account. This account was a kind of just $700. That means $350 for the affiliate and $350 for the equity. So, and after the trading, of course, the crypto trading on the equity, it was a colossal loss, right? You can see colossal loss. And so then I think what was remaining was just few hundred of dollars, okay? No, few, just less than $100, or maybe at 120 something or whatever. So they moved part of it, look at it. In the month of October, I think precisely October or something, that was $145, okay? Moved in here. Now, since that up until now, that 170 or $145 has done 125%. Yeah, it was October. So October, November, December. So January, October was moved to the trading, that's November. So November and December, January to March, so 5 months. So it has done this relatively 125%. Yeah, taking it. I think at a point I said, okay, let me even take a withdrawal. Okay. And I think that was when I withdrew. There's a charge, I think $100 and something. Then the smart contract charge was taken. And yet it has accumulated another $16. Now, this was the old money and all of that. So for me, I was like, wow, and so new people come in, of course, didn't know what we suffered with it, but they've made a lot of money. So let alone those people who build affiliate on it. I have a friend in South Africa. He's building big team on Daisy, Endotech. And so I think for now, I think they are better off than some of those Ponzi schemes that people are losing money day by day. But, people don't like a gradual, growth. Would like to just hit and run and all of that. Okay, so that's bring I know I can still say, and I think because I think I was just making money every Monday. So by tomorrow now, I can make average of like last Monday. Yeah, like last Monday. Yeah, I know average on every Monday, I make average of like $30, $50, depending, okay? Because at the point I ask myself, where is this money coming from? So, but I look at their structure, those things they said that time was still working. Sometimes you see I'll receive, okay, $39, sometimes $200, sometimes $50, no stuff like that. So money. So little by little, that was a time I think I received about $400, just because people are still doing their activities, making withdrawals. So there's some affiliate commission being paid. All right, guys, I think we've done Noble. Okay, somebody's asking. Okay, said, okay, means one can add more account on Daisy and still get the benefit. Yeah, I did. I have to add fund to one of my wallets. Yeah, add fund to one of my wallets. Of course, the usual thing on Daisy is that you add fund, part of it go to the affiliate. So I have to add fund to one of my wallet that is under myself, okay? And then I put in there. And the forest on that one, I think that it has broken even because I didn't put it on time, Tim. I put it the month of September or so, just shortly before they do the migration. So I think for now, it's better off than some of those ROI system. Yeah. All right, guys, thank you very much for your time. And I think we've done really, really, really noble. And